Okay, so I've been clearing out my dad's house and found this rather interesting piece of equipment in under the stairs. It's been there a long time, and I can remember this when I was a kid back in the 70s, and it is an 8-track cartridge player. It's got a radio attached to it. I've just plugged it in, and well, I plugged the speakers in as well. They're up there on the windowsill. It's been sitting in that cupboard under the stairs. I don't know, could be 20 years now, possibly longer. But this used to have pride of place at the back of our living room. Back in the days before Snapchat, Spotify, and even cassettes, this was solid state technology. This was the sign of the times to come, the 8-track cartridge. Now, this is history in the making. Does it work? That's the question. Let's see whether we get any power to it. Oh my word. Oh yes. I have to change between. Let's see whether the radio works. Well, it still tunes. Let's see, it's a selector here for AM and FM. That seems to work, but there's nothing coming out of the speakers now. Oh, hello. I think we got something there. That's on AM. Let's try FM. Oh yes.
All sorts down there, Lamborghinis, Ferraris.
Major was out of and totally surprised by his around him, or misunderstood the brief he was looking at.
What about
the way he was wrong on steroids?
No, well, fair enough. What about the Vince Cable argument that Network Rail is already nationalised anyway?
So the radio works. Let's see whether the tape player works. Switch that switch there, and we have over here a box of the cassettes. Oh, look at these. What's that? 22 electrifying hits. What's this? This was one of my favourites as a kid. No, that's not it. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Oops. Might need some editing on this. Now, there we go. Look at this. This is an 8-track cassette. It's one of my favourites when I was a kid. The original soundtrack of The Jungle Book. Original 8-track stereo. There's the tape. And there were 4 tracks on there. And it was never ending. It just kept going. When it got to the end, it went back to the start straight away, automatically. And you put it in this slot here. So let's see what happens. Let's see. It sounds like it's doing something.
Now here's your part of the deal, cuz. Made a secret on me of man's red fire.
But I don't know how to make fire.
Now don't try to kid me, man cub. I made a deal with you. What I desire is man's red fire to make my dreams come true. Now give me the secret, man cub. Clue me, what did you gives me the power of man's red flower.
And you could select between the 4 tracks. And there's indicators here. That number 1 is just lit up. So you could kind of navigate your way through and each track would have 3 or 4 songs on it, just like an album. I can't believe this still works.
Solid gone.
So there we are. Solid state and still solidly working. All together now.
I wanna be like you. I wanna walk like you, talk like you. You be someone like me. Can learn to be like someone like me. Be home, daddy. Can learn to be like someone like you. One more time. Yeah, can learn to be like someone like me.
And then you just say goodnight to the boys, Gracie.